Welcome to What's New with Microsoft 365 in October. I'm Vivian.
I'm Candace.
And I'm Arthur. And we've got some great updates for you and your users this month, like
the ability to book workspaces in Outlook,
the availability of Microsoft Forms in the Office mobile app,
more visibility and control in how Microsoft Defender Antivirus can defend your business against cyber threats, and more. Let's get started.
Although many of us are currently working at home, there are several organizations and countries around the world that are letting their employees return to the office during a soft opening phase.
And for admins, supporting an organization during a soft opening to ensure health and safety guidelines is incredibly important, which is why we're excited to share that the ability to book physical workspaces with set capacity and time limits is now available in Outlook.
This is done by creating a workspace. A workspace in this context refers to a physical location where employees can work from. It can be made of many desks or a single one. The same policy that applies for a conference room also applies to a workspace.
The key difference between the two is that a workspace has a capacity of how many people can be in there at a given time and a minimum booking duration requirement.
Additionally, if a workspace has already been booked to its set capacity, anyone who tries to book that same workspace will receive an automatic decline. This ensures limitations on how many people can be in a workspace at a given time.
Admins are the ones who set capacity and time limits for a workspace. This will help admins manage how many people can be in an office at the same time while providing a safer experience for employees.
Once admins create a workspace in Exchange Online, users will see the Workspaces option when they schedule an event in their calendar, just like they do when they book a conference room.
To book a workspace, users should go to their Outlook calendar and create a new event. Then they follow the usual workflow of booking a conference room via Room Finder, except in this case, they'd choose a workspace option.
Once a workspace is selected, send the invite and the user will get an auto-generated email confirming the booking. Configuring a workspace is really similar to how you'd configure a conference room. The key to defining a room mailbox as the workspace is setting the mailbox type.
First, create a new mailbox as a space using New Mailbox. Next, add required metadata using setPlace. And then add workspace to an appropriate room list or distribution group so the workspace shows up in a particular building.
And finally, you can enforce capacity for workspaces based on set capacity value and update the minimum duration for booking a workspace. It'll take up to 24 hours for users to see workspaces appear under Room Finder. To do more of a deep dive into workspaces in Outlook, check out the Tech Community blog post in the description. I, for one, am ready a little bit to have a workspace. I miss seeing people in person.
I know, just that natural banter that you have with people, like the small talk before a meeting begins. Like, you just don't get that when everyone's coming to the same Teams meeting at the same time.
Yeah, I feel like the only person that I'm talking to right now is my cat. So, I'm missing workspaces. I'm right there with you. In our Ignite episode from last year, we covered what was, at the time, a public preview of the new Office mobile app.
Now, Forms has been added to the Office app, which means that users can create, share, and analyze their forms, all from one place and right next to their Word, Excel, and PowerPoint files.
In the Office app, select Actions. From there, users can create and send out a form. And from the homepage, users can also quickly see the number of respondents and insights from the information collected.
To get started with this update, users should make sure their Office app is updated or install it on their device if they haven't already. You can check out more details about Forms in the Office app down below.
For small and medium businesses, we know how critical it is to understand the threat landscape to defend your business against cyber attacks.
There's now a new experience in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center that will provide IT teams serving small and medium-sized businesses a single place to show how Defender Antivirus is protecting their Windows 10 devices.
You'll be able to view threat and device status reports. investigate threats, and take action. These new features apply to all Windows 10 devices that are enrolled in Microsoft Intune with a Microsoft 365 Business Premium subscription plan. To read more about this update, check out the link in the description.
Next up, we have a series of super quick updates. In Microsoft Edge, support for a table of contents is one of our top most requested features in our native PDF handler. Now, users can quickly navigate through a PDF by clicking on the sections linked in the table of contents. Also, if users are on iOS 14, they can now set Edge as their default browser so that any web link they click on will now open in Edge.
For users that rely on Visio flowcharts in Excel, they'll be happy to hear that the Data Visualizer add-in is now available for the first time from a dedicated button in the Excel ribbon. This lets users create diagrams like basic flowcharts, cross-functional flowcharts, and org charts from data directly in Excel. No Visio subscription is required for this update. To learn more about the Visio add-in in Excel, you can find more info below, including an additional blog post and a support page.
We wanted to follow up from last month's episode and share that Microsoft Productivity Score is now generally available. As a refresher, Productivity Score provides and leverages insights into how your organization works and helps you understand the employee experience in 5 categories, including teamwork and meetings, as well as how technology can better help you optimize productivity.
Then, Productivity Score will help you take action by suggesting solutions, optimizing client configurations, or implementing end-user training to help users understand the benefit of a specific feature. You can read more about the announcement down below.
And to close this month's episode, we want to highlight 2 podcasts from one of our partner teams. The first is the Intrazone, a show about the Microsoft 365 Intelligent Intranet. It's a bi-weekly podcast that discusses and highlights usage and adoption of SharePoint and goes in-depth into how SharePoint works for you.
You'll get to hear from guest experts and people out in the field and learn how SharePoint fits into your everyday work life.
The second podcast we want to call out is Sync Up, a OneDrive podcast that explores the design and development of OneDrive. You get to hear from experts as well as customers, Microsoft MVPs, and more.
To learn more about the Intrazone and Sync Up, go to aka.ms/theintrazone and aka.ms/syncup to learn more about both shows and subscribe now.
Thank you so much for watching this month. Leave us some comments down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you all next month. Bye.
Bye.